Hello, my name is Michael Price. I'm a sales recruiter. I have been for 25 years, and I've dealt with this, or certainly known of this company for probably most of that time. And the hiring manager, I've probably known him, I don't know, 15 years, something like that, I'd have thought. It really is an account management role, because I think a lot of the job title, when it says account management, is actually just a new business role with an account management title. Um, and I'm smiling when I say it because a lot of companies would like to think they're market leaders. Actually, very few are. Very few. I really think you're going to struggle to dispute this company's position for what they do as the market leader. So they turn over more than £30 million. I've been a little bit careful to keep this anonymous. Um, they sell mid-range ERP, so they are an integrator, a reseller of a mid-range ERP package. And like I've said, in this ecosystem, the ERP market is clearly massive, and there's a load of different products and stuff. This is one of the main products. I think this is one of the main products in the IT market. And this company, there's one other company who might dispute it. Really, I think this company is the leader in the ecosystem. They've got no debt, and I've known these guys for a long time. As I said, I think they're beautifully well engineered, and you can make all kinds of references to cars and watches, but you know that when you deal with an organization and every single component part of it is right, that's this company. This is what an IT company should look like. They're stable. They make profit. People stay here for ages. They've got a decent score on Glassdoor, and they're a nice company. They're just a nice company to engage with. So the role is account management. It's renewals, upgrades, and the rest of the platforms. This is an ERP product. The ERP product from this vendor, they have different ERP products, so you might be moving from one to the other. And that ERP product also has other bolt-on applications that you could sell in to do other things, integration into warehousing, CRM, all that kind of stuff. I was talking to the client, and he said, really, this is an activity-based role. He said, if people just simply work hard, I say it with a smile, because I think there's lots of people who don't. There's lots of people who sit at home and watch Netflix. That's not this job, but it's not a hard job if you put in the hours, and it's not like 6 till 12, 6 in the morning till 12 the following night. It's not that. It's just about doing the job diligently sat at your desk. The year one margin target is 350k, and I'll come on to how that affects the package, but that's the year one margin target because there will be a bit of a ramp. It's home based with an office in the Northwest. The expectation is they have monthly meetings. They're quite often, but not always, quite often in the office. And then they have 4 big company meetings throughout the year. So that's the standard expectation. You can go in every day, I suspect, if you want. So what they're looking for is somebody who understands ERP. Now, you could work for a systems integrator. You could work in the Microsoft channel, the Acumatica channel, the Info channel, the Sage channel, any one of those channels. Or you might work for a vendor. I think if you work for a vendor, realistically, you should be working for a vendor whose average order value is around 15 to 30k. So I think if you work for Info, you're probably not going to be right. Or it might be that you work for an integrator, a services company who sells services around another business application. In my mind, that would be something like CRM or BPM or analytics. It will not be for somebody who works for a tin reseller. I know that seems unpopular at times, but selling tin is a whole bucket load different to selling business applications. From a personal perspective, they really want somebody who is really an account manager. So if you're a burnt out new business salesperson fancying an easy ride, don't apply. That is not what they want. And somebody who is active. From a vertical perspective, they're perfectly open. Most of these clients are commercial, so I would suggest, Stephen, that you need to be selling into the commercial market. Package is 50k basic. The year one OT is 80k, and I refer back to that margin target, which is the year one margin target. Year two, they'd expect you to be getting closer to 100k. And it's almost like a twee thing to say, really, to say this is a lovely place to work, but it is. It's a nice place to work. And, I think we sort of forget that, particularly in the IT industry, that it's nice to work somewhere nice. My contact details are on the screen, also the email address of my colleague Jo. It's unlikely I'll speak to Jo, but she and I do work very closely together. Thank you. I'll hopefully hear hear from you soon.